be something a little bit different about today because we're dealing with triangles and not rectangles. But I'm going to do something. I'm not going to point out what you could do because I'm going to see if you notice it first. Okay, you'll understand in a minute, hopefully. Okay, so essentially, we're still doing surface area, but it's of triangles. So instead of having 6 different rectangles or squares or something, we're going to have 3 rectangles because remember in a prism, all the sides of a prism are made up of what? Rectangles. Okay, our bases. So what is technically our base shape here?
Rectangle.
No. If our sides are rectangles, what are our base shapes on this? Triangles. Okay. Remember, whatever shape is there besides the rectangle is our base shape. All right. So example 1, it says determine the lateral. So with the lateral surface area of a triangular prism, would we find the triangles if that is our base shape? I'm going to ask y'all again. When we're finding lateral surface area, what does that mean?
We got the sides.
The sides. Do we find the base of the shape?
No.
The shape of the base?
No.
Base of the shape. I don't know how I worded that right or not. But, so if I'm just finding the sides, are these included in the sides?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So we are just finding our 3 rectangles. Okay?
So that's it?
Just patience. Okay? So this rectangle, what 2 numbers would I multiply? 20 and 12. What about this one?
You do 12 and 10.4.
No.
Oh, no, 20.
What about this one?
20 and 12.
Okay, so were they all the same?
Yes.
Now, let me tell you right now, that does not happen on every single one. But in this instance, every single one is the exact same. So what is 12 times 2?
240.
It's 24, and then we add our 0, 240. So if this one's 240, this one's 240, this one's 240, what do I just do with those?
Times 3.
Times 3, or just add them together. So what is 240 times 3? 720. So our lateral surface area is 720 centimeters squared.
Wait, is that 2 or 3?
720.
No,
I don't know.
The square. Neil.
Squared.
The centimeter.
Area is always squared.
Okay. Thank you.
So we just use our triangle rule.
Yes. Okay. So example 2 says determine the surface area. Guys, this one says lateral. Does this one say total?
No.
No. So if it doesn't say total or lateral, you're going to assume it's total. All right. So what I have to do, I have found the lateral. Now I just have to look at my bases. So I have 1/2 because isn't my formula for a triangle 1/2 base times height? Okay. What is the base measurement of my triangle?
Well, the base
12.
is 12.
What is my height? 10.4. Okay, can I take half of 12?
Yes, that'd be 6.
Okay, so 10.4 times 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 0 is 0. Add that 2. 62.4. Then what do I have to do?
Times 2.
I only have one decimal place.
It's 124.8.
Okay. Anybody notice anything about what we just did that could have canceled each other out and saved us a step?
No. So 1/2.
What about the 1/2, Nadia?
We could have made it a decimal.
No. It does have to deal with the 1/2, though.
And instead of doing 12, we could have done 10.4.
Yeah. Okay, when I multiply by 1/2, that is the same as what, Cooper?
Dividing.
Go pick it up. Dividing by what? Okay, if I divide by 2 and then I multiply by 2, what happens? So let's say this. If I did, what is 12 divided by 2? So what's 6 times 2?
12.
So did I end up at the same answer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So with the triangle, so let's look. Let's say I did not half 12, and I did 10.4 times 12. So it gives me 8, 0, and 2. Cooper, put it up. Did I end up with my final answer?
Yes.
Okay. So do I really need to half it?
No.
Do y'all understand why I don't need to half it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if you just would have left the half alone, you still would have gotten the same answer.
Okay.
So you don't even have to use the half.
I don't have to half it because what I'm doing, okay, guys, if I have a rectangle and I split it in half diagonally, what shape does it form?
A triangle.
A triangle. So that is why our formula to find the area of a triangle is 1/2, because it's half of a square or it's half of a rectangle. So if I have 2 of them and I put them together, it forms a what? A square or a rectangle of some sort. So since I'm finding the area of 2 bases and they're both triangles, I don't have to half it.
So you can just put both of the
I can just
triangles
multiply
together.
it, and that's giving me the area of both of them together. Okay?
And then you'll be able to do this in this whole lesson because we'll have 2 minutes.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I take my lateral, and then I take my area of my bases and add them together. So I have 720 plus 124.8. 844.8 centimeters squared. Okay. Okay. Now,
Cube 3.
yes, and we do that with volume.
Okay.
Okay. So, here's the deal though. This was easy up here because all 3 of them were the same, right? Does it look like all 3 of these rectangles are going to be the same?
No.
No.
One's giant, one's skinny, and one's giant.
Okay. So here is what I want you to do, because yesterday when we found the area of one side, what did we do with it? We doubled it because there were 2 of the exact same sides, right? That is not always going to be the case. So what I want you to get in the habit of, it takes extra time. It's kind of a pain, but with how rough y'all did on yesterday's stuff, we need to slow ourselves down and you need to do the step. Okay? So we're going to look at each lateral side individually. Okay? Corbin and Connor, y'all need to pay attention. So I'm going to look at this bottom figure first. So this one right here. Okay. So what is my base and height of this rectangle?
20 and
No. 20 and 17. Okay, remember when we have a 0, we can ignore it when we multiply? So I can do 17 times 2. Okay, so 17 times 2 is what? 17 times 2 is 14?
Oh, I got 330. I mean 340. That's what I got. I got 340.
Okay, so 17 times 2 is 34, and then we add our 0. Okay, so that's one side. Now I'm going to look at this rectangle. Okay, so this top shape right here.
Yeah.
The edge is still 20, right?
Yeah. 15.
But this one's height is 15. What's 15 times 2?
30.
30. And then I add my 0. Okay, so I did that side. What about this slanted side over here? It's obviously still 20, right?
Yeah.
But what is its height?
8.
8. 8 times 2 is?
100.
8 times 2 is 16. We're going to add our 0. It's 160. So then what do I do with all those numbers? Add them up.
Luego lo vas a sumar. Sale a 810.
Okay, so that's our lateral. Those are our sides. Now what do I do?
Then you do 340 plus. Then you do 300. Then you do 20.
Okay, so this is where it's kind of tricky on our triangle, especially for this one. And let me tell you right now, it's not that bad on your homework because I made sure all the triangles you could see a little bit better. Okay, so here, look right here. This is the same picture that you're looking at. All right, let me find my mouse. Okay, right here, what do you see right there? That 90-degree angle. Okay, which means if I have a right triangle with a 90-degree angle, let me get out of that. All right, I have a right triangle with a 90-degree angle. Which side do we not use? Okay, so that side right across from the right angle, it's called a hypotenuse. You'll learn more about that next year, but you don't use it when finding area. So we don't use 15. No, we don't use 17 because here is the right angle right here. This is the side across from it. We don't use 17. Yes, because technically we'd be looking at it this way. This is my base. So 15 is my base. So I do 15. What's my height of my triangle? 8. Good. Okay, so if I set up 15 times 8, 5 times 8 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So I have 120. What do I do with the 120? Add it to 800. Because we don't use the slanted side. We don't use the hypotenuse. And there was a right angle there, which means 17 is our slanted side. 15 is the base of our triangle. Okay. So this one. Remember what I want you to do. Every time on every single one of these problems, I don't care if you think it looks easy and you think you know what's going on. I want you to break apart. So you should have 3 multiplication problems for your lateral sides. Okay? So right here, I'm going to look at this side first. It does look like a tent. Okay, so what is my base measurement of this rectangle? 9. So I have 9 times what? What's my... Okay, so 9 times 2. 18. Okay. Now I'm going to pay attention to the bottom rectangle. The side measurement is still what? 9. What is the... What's the base? 2. Okay, now I'm looking at this one on the side. My height is still 2. What is this measurement? 9. So they were all the same. They had the same measurements. Okay, what's 8 times 3? 24. Here's my 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So 54 meters squared. Okay, so now I'm looking at my triangles. Remember, triangle is 1/2 base times height. What's my base? 2. What is my height?
1.7.
Do I need the 1/2?
No.
Why?
Because you have a square.
Okay, because I have 2 of them, right? Remember, if I divide by 2, it's the same thing. And then if I divide by 2 and then I multiply by 2, it cancels each other out. I'm going to make you tell me why almost every single time because I don't want you to then have to later go find the area of one triangle and think you don't need the half. So what is the only time that you can take away the half? Whenever you have 2 of them, okay? So 1.7 times 2.
The total is 57.4.
So if I have 3.4 for the area of my triangle, what do I do with 3.4? Add it. Okay, what are you not getting, Trey?
I don't know what to multiply it by, but on a triangle.
Okay, so because you have two measurements on a triangle, essentially, especially this one. I have my base, which is the bottom of my triangle. Okay, and it says 2. This is pointing to that dotted line because the base of your triangle is always from the very bottom to the very top. Okay, so this dotted line is going from the base to the tip of the triangle, and that's 1.7. Okay, that's how we figure out that. This one was kind of tricky to see. I looked on your homework. There isn't one like that that is that hard. Okay. All right, let's flip it over. Keep going. In a minute. Okay. Okay, so this one. Remember, we're going to look at each rectangle individually. I'm going to focus on this one that I see right in front of me.
I see 3 of them.
Okay. What are my measurements to find the area of this rectangle? 10 and 15. So I have 10 times 15. 150. Okay. Now I'm going to look at this side. So I have 20. Well, what's my height right here? 10. What's 10 times 20?
200.
200. All right, so then I'm going to focus on this back one, back here. All right, so this one. So my side measurement is 25. What's my height?
10.
10. What's 25 times 10? Okay, what do I do with those 3 numbers?
What about 50?
Add. I get 600.
I got 600.
Okay. Now I'm looking at my triangle.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yes, I have a right angle right here, right? Which means which side do I not use? I don't use the one right across from it, so I don't use 25. Okay, so what measurement is this right here? 20. Okay, so I'm going to do 20 times this one. What is this measurement?
10.
No, 15. Okay, what's 20 times 15? What's 15 times 2?
150.
300. So I have 600 plus 300.
Yards.
So my total is 900.
Square.
Will you get this?
A little bit.
Okay, why don't y'all try number 4 on your own?
Bet. That's square.
Okay, just shh. This right here. Will, if you would listen when I speak, that's what I'm explaining right now. Here is the right angle.
So do not use 7.
No. Okay, guys, that's why I said do it on your own. Do it on your own. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you're done.
How long is 1 kilometer? Just a question.
What?
How long is 1 kilometer?
I could not tell you that off the top of my head. Will, when somebody asks you to stop, stop. Don't do it again to be ugly.
I felt smart on this one. I don't know.
I'm drawing like I don't know how to do it.
I probably like 6,000. We can just add 6,000.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to find an area.
It's okay, Trina. Don't you try. I drew a blank.
Wait. Bro, did you even try?
If you're bored. I drew a blank.
Sure. You said that you got
Guys, stop. Okay. So I'm going to look at my bottom rectangle first. What are my two measurements for that one? 24 and 18. What did you get when you multiplied 24 and 18? 432. Okay. Then I'm going to look at this one. What are my measurements for that one? 25 and 18. What'd you get when you multiplied 25 times 18? Okay, so then if I look at this side one, okay, so this is 18, this is 7, so 18 times 7. 126. So what do I do with all those? Add them all up. What do I get? 1,008. So that's my lateral.
I was 600. I know.
Woo!
No.
But do you understand why?
No.
Okay, I'll have to look at your paper in a minute then, see if we can figure it out. Okay, so then for my lateral, or for my base, what measurements for my triangle did I use? No.
24.
24 and 7. Why do I not use 25? It's a cross from that right angle. That's my hypotenuse. I don't use it. This is my base. This is my height. Okay, what do you get when you multiply 24 times 7?
I get 168.
168. What do I do with the 168? Add it.
I don't like this.
Okay, why did I not take 1/2 of my triangle?
Because you have 2 of them.
Because I have 2 of them. If I had one of them, what would I have to do? If I had one triangle, what would I have to do differently?
Divide.
I'd have to take 1/2. All right, now I want you to look. What do you notice about the multiplication problems every time for the sides? Is there a number that stays the same every single time?
Yes.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because each of them share a common side measurement.
That's weird.
All right, now these. People either like these more or really despise them.
I despise them.
How many of you like these more?
It's unfolded and I can see
every single shape, okay? How many of you, these make you really angry? Okay. All right, now this one, number 5, is kind of tricky because you really got to think about it because I messed up on doing this one, okay?
You did?
Yes, I did, which means if I messed up, is there a probability of you messing up? No. Teachers mess up, Will. No human being is perfect. Let me tell you that now. Even adults mess up daily, okay? So, but it's kind of like how I teach y'all to be nice to each other. Like adults we're a little bit better at not like just calling each other out every time we make mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes. Okay? Will, You're proving my point right now. Okay. Now, I have this triangular prism. It's unfolded, right? Will. Are we ready to focus?
Yes.
Are we done throwing fits? Okay. Now, I have 3 rectangles. Just looking at the picture, not looking at the numbers. Do those 3 rectangles look the same?
Yes.
They do, but they're not. Okay? So, what we have to think about, if I were to put these sides up and I were to fold these sides against my triangle, that's exactly right, Connor. So if I folded this up to meet with my triangle, this side length and this one would meet up. So this is 5. Same over here. But what about this middle measurement? So they are only off by what? 1. Okay. So this is 12 and 5. What's 12 times 5? 60. This one is 12 times 5. So this is 60. But what am I multiplying for this one? 6 times 12. What is 6 times 12?
72.
Okay, so then for my lateral, I add all those up. Well, 60 plus 60 is what? 120 plus 72, 192. So what I did was totally forgot about this right here and was like, they're all the same. I did 12 times 6 every time. Yeah. And that is a very easy mistake to make. Like this one, they all look different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's easy to kind of know that my measurements are going to be different. But this one, when they all looked the same and we don't pay it careful attention, it's very easy to make that mistake. All right, so now I need to find my triangles. So what is the base measurement of my triangle? 6. What's my height of my triangle?
5.
No.
6. 4.
4. Okay, guys, remember, do I use my slanted sides of my triangle? What is the point of 5 being there? For my sides of my rectangle. But my height has to go from the base of my triangle to the top. All right, so that gives me 24. Do I need to half it? Why? Because I have 2. Okay, so I add 192.
16 each.
Will, could you not blurt out while I'm in the middle of talking?
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So this last one, we got to hurry. All right. So this is 9. What is my base measurement? 3. Because remember, if I folded it together, these two would match up. What's 9 times 3? 27. Okay. What 2 measurements would I multiply for this middle rectangle? 4 and 9. What's 9 times 4?
36.
Okay. What about this one?
5 and 9. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Not, yeah, because remember, if I folded these together, they would meet. So this is 5, this is 9. So I add those together.
You do 5 and 3 plus 9.
I got 103.
Okay, so 7 plus 5. Well, no, let's do this. This is 11 plus 7, 18. Carry my 1. So I have 4, 5. Here's 8. Here's 10.
I'm
So
good
108.
with the adding and multiplying. I just don't
How'd you get a 5? Yeah.
Okay, so my triangle.
And
5 and
we'll
3.
do 4 times 3.
Why am I doing 4 times 3 and not 5?
It's a right triangle and you don't
It's-
use your side.
I don't use my slanted side. I don't use the side across from my right angle. So 12. So I do 108 plus 12.
120.
I'm good at the multiplying.
Oh, wait, that's not 120?
Yes.
Is it? Yes, it is.